Hi friends, today I have some breaking news to share with you. It's going to be finally some good news. USCIS is doing some good things. This has to do with the work authorization and extension, so you'll want to stay tuned to learn about the details of automatic extensions for work authorizations. This is a new rule that is out, so we're going to be discussing that in this video. Hi, my name is Kaushik Ranchod. I'm an immigration attorney that has been practicing for over 20 years, and let's get to it. On April 4th, 2024, USCIS announced a temporary final rule that increases the automatic extension period for employment authorizations and EADs available to certain EAD renewal applicants from up to 180 days to up to 540 days. We're going to be going over those applications that are eligible. That's going to be more towards the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. The temporary final rule are going to apply to two categories of EAD applicants. Number one, applicants who timely and properly filed their Form I-765 applications on or after October 27th, 2023, if their application is still pending on April 8th, 2024. And two, applicants who timely and properly filed their Form I-765 application on or after April 8th, 2024 and on or before September 30th, 2025, 540 days after publication of this temporary final rule in the Federal Registrar. So the EAD, or the Employment Authorization Document, this is a document that you get when you, for instance, apply for family-based immediate relative green card and you file the one step, the I-130-485, I-765, you get a temporary work authorization. So this is going to address the issue that USCIS is taking a ridiculous amount of time in many instances to process applications. For instance, a marriage-based green card in Sacramento is taking 20 months to get approved. And that means that the EAD at times may need to be renewed depending upon what type of application and how long the processing times are. And so this is what the automatic extension is going to address. Certain renewal applicants who have filed Form I-765 application for employment authorization qualify for an automatic extension of their expiring employment authorization and EADs while their application is pending. So you qualify for this extension if you properly filed your Form I-765 for renewal of the EAD and timely filed it. So that means not filing it after your work authorization has expired. Now there are, exceptions to that. For instance, certain applicants with temporary protected status or a pending TPS application. Also, your renewal application must be under a category that's eligible for an automatic extension, which we're going to go into. And the category on your current EAD matches the class requested listed on your Form I-79C Notice of Action. Now, it's important to note that if you are a temporary protected status, otherwise known as TPS beneficiary, or pending initial applicant, your EAD and this notice must contain either the A12 or C19 category. But the categories do not need to match each other. In addition, for H4, E, and L2 dependent spouses, an unexpired Form I-94 indicating H4, E, or L2 non-immigrant status must accompany Form I-79C when presenting proof of employment authorization and identity to an employer for Form I-9 employment eligibility verification purposes. You might be wondering, well, why do I even need to worry about renewing the EAD? I have an EAD card. I have the plastic card that should allow me to work. If you look specifically on your EAD card, you'll notice that it has what's called a validity date. It's only good up until a certain point of time. So if that validity date ends and you're still working, that means you're working without authorization unless you have another way to be able to lawfully work. So that's what this automatic extension addresses, are these gaps of employment that occur. But you need to make note that this automatic extension is good for 540 days if it applies to you. How do you prove an automatic extension? To present acceptable proof of the automatic extension of employment authorization or EAD validity, you can show your Form I-797C receipt notice that refers to the 180-day extension, along with your qualifying EAD, and also your unexpired Form I-94 if you're an H4, E, or L2 dependent spouse. Now, this document combination is sufficient proof of an up to 540-day automatic extension under the May 2022 temporary final rule or April 2024 temporary final rule, counting from the expiration date on your current EAD. What about if you filed a Form I-765 renewal application on or after May 4th, 2022 and before October 27th, 2023, and you are in one of the eligible categories that we're going to discuss, you should have received a Form I-79C Notice of Action Receipt Notice that has information regarding the up to 540-day automatic extension. If you file a Form I-765 renewal application on or after April 8th, 2024, and you're in one of the eligible categories that we're going to discuss, USCIS will issue a Form I-79C Notice of Action Receipt Notice with an explanation of the up to 540-day automatic extension period. If you file the Form I-765 renewal application on or after October 27th, 2023, and before April 8th, 2024, and you're in one of the eligible categories that we're going to discuss, even a Form I-797C notice that refers to a 180-day automatic extension still meets the regulatory requirements of the April 2024 temporary final rule. In this situation, you may present Form I-797C with your expired EAD to an employer to demonstrate that you're eligible for up to the 540-day automatic extension. You might be wondering, why is USCIS making it so difficult, so complicated? Because they like to do it just for fun. Just joking. They're not issuing updated receipt notices because this is how they're going to go about it. USCIS will update the web page that is referenced in the Form I-797C notice to reflect the change in the automatic extension period. Employees and employers should refer to this page when determining whether a Form I-79C notice of action, if presented with the facially expired EAD, is acceptable for Form I-9. And employers may attach a copy of the web page with the employee's Form I-9 to document the extension of employment authorization or EAD validity. An individual's automatic extension period may terminate prior to the maximum period either automatically when USCIS issues a decision on the applicant's Form I-765 renewal application or upon notice. Now, what you might be waiting for are whether or not you're in a category that qualifies. So now I'm going to list the categories that qualify for an automatic extension, automatic renewal that we've been discussing. If you are in the A3 category, refugee, you're eligible for an automatic extension, and all the ones I'm going to list here are eligible for automatic extensions. A5, asylee, A7, N8 or N9, A8, citizens of Micronesia, Marshall Islands or Palau, A10, withholding of deportation or removal granted, A12, temporary protected status, otherwise known as TPS, A17, spouse of principal E non-immigrant with an unexpired I-94 showing E, including E-1S, E-2S, and E-3S non-immigrant status. A18, spouse of a principal L1 non-immigrant with an unexpired I-94 showing L2. C8, asylum application that's pending. C9, pending adjustment of status under Section 245 of the Act. C10, suspension of deportation. C16, creation of record, adjustment based on continuous residence since January 1st, 1972. C19, pending initial application for TPS, where USCIS determines applicant is prima facie eligible for TPS and can receive an EAD. C20, Section 210, legalization, pending the I-700. C22, Section 245A, legalization, pending I-687. C24, life legalization. C26, spouses of certain H-1B principal non-immigrants with an unexpired I-94 showing H-4 non-immigrant status. And C31, VAWA self-petitioners. Now you might be wondering, what about if I'm on TPS? Individuals with the TPS-based EAD may receive an automatic extension of their EAD through publication of a Federal Register notice extending the TPS designation of the individual's country. The Federal Register notice also authorizes an automatic extension of covered individuals' existing EADs or through this automatic extension. What about if you are an F1 student? F1 students who have a pending STEM OPT extension are not eligible for the temporary increase of the automatic extension period under the 2022 or 2024 temporary final rules. The temporary increase of the automatic extension period only applies to the categories listed in the chart above. If you file your STEM OPT extension application on time and your OPT period expires while your extension application is pending, the government will automatically extend your employment authorization for 180 days. This automatic 180-day extension stops once USCIS makes a decision on your STEM OPT extension application. I hope this video serves you. This was great news, and hopefully it's a relief for you if you are in one of these situations. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Subscribe to get these updates, and by taking the time to watch this video and bettering yourself, you're bettering your family, and by bettering your family, you're bettering the world. Thank you. Bye for now.